So come and follow Righty Golf, whether it's just to laugh at me, take tips from the people I'm taking tips from, see some of the best courses in the world, and to see if I can go from a 10 handicapper to a 4.0 by the time I'm 40 in just a year. By the time I'm 40 in just a year. In just a year. Just a year. So as I've started this golf YouTube journey, literally a few days after, I had a pain in my rib. It was a little niggle. It's carried on getting worse, and I am panicking like mad that it's a stress fracture, because if it is, I'm going to be out for a few weeks just as spring is starting. Just turned up here at Pure Sports Medicine to see one of the top doctors when it comes to ultrasound scans, James Noak. Let's go and see the news. Fingers crossed it's just a tear or a pull in a muscle. If it's a fractured rib, I'm in a bit of trouble. Hello. How you doing, mate? You okay?
Yeah.
Nice to see you.
Andrew, you have a seat.
Right, is it this rib?
Yeah.
So how much golf are you playing?
A lot.
And the balls you're hitting a day?
Sometimes 200, sometimes none.
Look, yeah.
Golfer's body now, no longer a gym body.
So feet shoulder width apart, hips are planted, arms out straight like this. And stop me pushing you that way. Hard as you can. Any pain?
No.
And if we rotate to the right as far as we can. What's that like?
Fine.
No pain at all?
No.
We'll hold this.
Ah.
So, is that you going ah?
Hello?
That was you, was it?
What's that?
Going ah.
Yeah.
So if I just go through systematically through the spine, just tell me if it reproduces
Yeah.
straight away.
Yeah.
Okay. Now lie on your side facing.
See, this is when it hurts now.
Then you roll over.
Just try to lift up. Ah. It's on my side, yeah?
Yeah, please.
Towards you a bit.
Okay.
Ah, yeah, there. Yeah.
Right, let's put X marks the spot.
The pain started as a niggle, and then it got a little bit better. And because it's getting worse now, a week after I last played, it's worrying me, because it's like, it feels like it's on the bone. And obviously if it's a intercostal muscle strain or tear, it'll be a couple of weeks. But if it's a stress fracture, it could be a couple of months. So this is just such a big decision and moment. If this is what I think it probably is, and what James thinks it probably is, I'm going to be a very, very stressed and depressed man. No golf. Killer. Been practicing all winter. The whole point I built this in was to get good for the spring season.
Yeah.
As it's about to turn spring, I could be out.
We'll see. Sounds like a sore area there, isn't it? I just gently prod with the probe.
Go. Yeah, there.
There. Okay. So
That's the rib, I think. Go a bit towards you and do that again. Yeah.
Sorry.
That's it.
So far I can't see a true fracture. That's a good sign.
Yes. Should have trimmed my armpits. It's been winter. I ain't manscaped the armpits in a long time.
So when you're lying,
That's it. That's the sorest part is right there. But it sort of goes along that rib now.
I can't see a fracture, but with a stress fracture, you don't until it progresses and then completes. That's the only time you start to see a fracture line appear. But sometimes with a stress fracture on ultrasound, what you see is a slight elevation of the lining of the bone, because it's irritable, so it swells. I can't see that. In the absence of there being a soft tissue, a muscle or a ligament tear, which is what you expect to see if you have this much pain with an intercostal tear, and it being right on that bone, point tenders, we have to assume it is the bone.
Would you see it on an ultrasound if it was a worse stress fracture?
Yes. Yes.
So if it is one,
it's
yes,
low grade. Yeah. So when you
can
call it
that
stress
turn to a
fracture,
bigger one?
it can if you don't stop playing golf. Basically, if you don't take away what's provoked in the first place. Never sit up. Yeah.
So if we had to take away from it now, that's when it hurts. That's when it hurts when I sit up. Now it's aching because I've been doing that longer.
Yeah. So these are the intercostal muscles, but on top there's a web of muscles that come around called the serratus anterior.
Yeah.
And they're the ones that are attached to the rib, and you use those in golf. So plus any movement that makes your ribs expand and move up, so it's going to hurt.
Yeah.
So that's all movements basically. Rotating, coughing, taking a deep breath in. It is sort of in your favour that I can't see the more advanced elements of a stress injury or stress fracture.
Okay.
But it's still clearly very painful.
Yeah. Very painful. It's got worse now though, since like a week after.
But it's the way it's, and that's also what happens with stress fractures and stress injuries. It's a sort of lag phenomenon. So you increase your load, or you keep going with the load that's causing it, and then you back off, but then the pain lags behind and it creeps up over about a week or so and then fades away. That's what happens.
Right.
It's absolutely classic. So everything you described is suggestive of stress injury, and it's classically in patients who are doing lots of explosive rotation work in slightly flexed position. That's your golf swing.
At this moment, without an MRI, you would say the bone's got some stress.
Yep.
It's not a real clear fracture or like a bad fracture.
Yeah.
Stop playing, take the stress off the bone,
Yeah.
and it should heal up.
It will. If you take away the provocative load and the rotation, which is golf, I know that's massively frustrating, there's no way around it, then it will get better. Yeah.
And how long do you think?
Yeah, that's the $1 million question. It can take anywhere from 6 to 12 weeks for a stress fracture to calm down and heal.
If it's a fracture.
It's variable from person to person, so even the low-grade ones can take some time.
So if it was a clear fracture, you would say this is your week's minimum you should take. Because it's not a clear fracture, you'd potentially say to me, manage it until you can no longer feel it. And that could be 2 weeks or 6 weeks.
Yeah. And then, like I said, those timescales are really variable, and it's so personal. It's depending on so many factors. But the problem with stress injuries is if you push it too far, too early, or return back to the sport, it goes back to day 1 or day 0, and then it becomes a 2-month injury, a 4-month injury, 6, and becomes more and more frustrating.
I'm no longer in pain when I'm breathing. I'm no longer in pain. Yeah. No longer in pain when I'm like walking. It's just getting out of bed, like leaning up, and like when you're tensing to curl everything up.
When that becomes less irritable,
then I can start
below like 2 or 3 out of 10 roughly. Maybe then start to add a little bit of chipping, but just be really cautious. Not lots of balls, just 40, 50 chips, nice and gentle. See what it feels like.
You wouldn't advise of that now?
Not now. No. You need to back off completely. It's boring. But you have to respect the injury.
Not fantastic news. It looks like there's stress on the bone, and I can't do nothing until I'm out of pain, which is going to absolutely kill me for this period of time. But I suppose it's better in the long run because summer's coming and I want to be back to full health. I haven't not hit a golf ball in 4 weeks.
That's why
3 years.
That's why you've got a stress injury. That's a lot.
Why you got stress injury? You hit as many balls as me.
Not as many as you.
Built different.
Depends how hard you swing, your clubs. There's so many factors. All those influence how much stress is on the bone.
And the
tiny little things. Yeah. Your range of movement. Yeah. How good you are.
Yeah.
All right.
What does that mean? I'm worse because I've got a stress fracture.
Yeah, please.
Unbelievable. He's broke my heart already, and he's just absolutely dug the knife in. What a nightmare. Not fantastic news. Could have been worse. Could have been a clear fracture. He's very certain it is a fracture. MRI scan now and get it confirmed and see how long I'll be out. Gutted. Now when the missus is away or out with a baby or working and I'm at home, it's a dream. Because you know why? I don't sit in my living room on a sofa. I'm in that simulator chasing my goal, chasing my dream, 4.0 by the time I'm 40. But no, I've had a big setback. Obviously, I went to the physio earlier to have an ultrasound. He is even more sure now after the ultrasound that it is a stress fracture, which I didn't want it to be because it's longer recovery time. And I've just acted on it straight away. I'm going straight to the hospital tonight. I've booked an MRI and managed to get the last slot at 7:30 just to confirm it is a stress fracture and how bad it is and what the recovery needs to be. But I cannot let this set me back too much, because if I take too long out and I take too much rest, it's going to be more like 4.1 by the time I'm 41. I have to utilise this time. Obviously, I'll give it a couple of weeks rest, depending on what they say, but then even if it means just putting until I can start really rotating, that's what I'll do. And as Tiger says, sometimes it's better to work on that stuff first than it is the long stuff, because we're all used to just going out there, smashing balls, trying to hit our longest drive, work on the green first, and maybe work my way back, because that's the process it seems like it's going to be from the physio's point of view. Putting, then a little bit of short chipping, then a bit of wedging, then some short irons, and then build my way up to the driver in 8 weeks or whatever it is. Big setback, killer, not just because of my mental health in terms of how much I love golf and how much it clears my head, but also because of this journey I'm on and wanting to get to 4.0. Devastating news, but listen, there's worse things that can happen in life. I've just got to take every day as it comes and do the right things to recover. Righty golf, it ain't stopping, no matter what rib breaks. Come on!